red rubber ball. He kicked the ball. It flew through the air. He picked it up. He threw it against a wall. The ball came back to Fred. He kicked it with his foot again. The ball flew over the wall. He picked it up again. He bounced it on the street. The ball bounced up and down. Then it stopped bouncing up and down. It didn't move. Fred's dog barked at the ball. Fred kicked the ball. His dog ran after the ball.
Lesson 2.
Barking dog. Bobby woke up because he heard a dog. He heard a dog barking outside his window. Bobby woke up when he heard the dog barking. Bobby got out of bed. He got out of bed and walked to the window. He looked out the window. He saw a big brown dog. It was barking very loud. Bobby opened his window. He looked at the barking dog. "Why are you barking so loud?" he asked the dog. The dog looked at Bobby. Then it stopped barking. Lesson 3.
A long life. Nancy wants to live a long time. She wants to live for 100 years. She is 5 years old now. She wants to live 95 more years. Then she will be 100. Her father is 30 years old. He wants to live a long time too. He wants to live for 100 years. He wants to live for 70 more years. Daddy, we will grow old together, okay? Nancy said to her father. Yes, honey, we will grow old together, he said to Nancy. Then Nancy smiled. She gave her daddy a big hug.
Lesson 4.
The jumper. Johnny jumped over the dog. The dog was lying on the ground. Johnny jumped over it. The dog saw Johnny jump over it. The dog got up. The dog got up and barked at Johnny. Johnny laughed. He laughed while the dog barked. Johnny ran over to the fence. The dog chased him to the fence. Johnny jumped over the fence. He turned around and looked at the dog. The dog stopped at the fence. The dog could not jump over the fence. Johnny said, "Jump, jump." The dog barked, but did not jump.
Lesson 5.
His new book. Louis got a new book. The book was about animals. Louis loved animals. The book had lots of pictures. It had pictures of dogs and cats. It had pictures of cows and pigs. It had pictures of chickens and rabbits. It had pictures of squirrels and birds. Louis looked at the pictures on the first page. Then he turned the page. He looked at the pictures on the second page. Then he turned the page again. The book had 30 pages in it. Louis looked at all the pictures on all the pages. Lesson 6. Bug in a bottle. Charles found a glass bottle. He found the glass bottle in his backyard. It was a pretty glass bottle. It was dark green. He looked inside the dark green bottle. He couldn't see anything. He shook the bottle. Something came out of the bottle. It landed on the ground. It was a bug. Charles picked up the bug. He looked at it. The bug looked at Charles. Charles put the bottle back on the ground. He put the bug on the ground next to the bottle. The bug crawled back into the bottle. Lesson 7. Hungry birds. The baby birds sat in the nest. There were 2 baby birds. They were in the nest. The nest was in the tree. The baby birds were waiting for Mama Bird. They were hungry. When would Mama Bird be back? Then they saw Mama Bird. She landed on the nest. She had 2 worms in her mouth. She gave 1 worm to each baby bird. The worms were delicious. The baby birds ate the worms very fast. Then they opened their mouths. They wanted another worm. Mama bird flew away. She went to get more worms. Lesson 8. Row your boat. Brenda sang a song. She sang the song while she walked to school. The name of the song was Row, Row, Row Your Boat. Brenda liked to sing this song. It was her favorite song to sing. She sang it every day while she walked to school. Sometimes she sang it with her best friend. Sometimes her best friend walked to school with Brenda. Then they both sang the song together. Brenda liked the song because it was easy to remember the words. Row, row, row your boat are easy words to remember. Lesson 9. Add numbers. Maria was learning to add numbers. She liked to add numbers. It was easy to add numbers. She could add 1 and 1. She knew that 1 and 1 are 2. She knew that 2 and 2 are 4. She knew that 3 and 3 are 6. But that was it. She didn't know what 4 and 4 are. She asked her mom. Her mom told her that 4 and 4 are 8. Oh, now I know, Maria said. I am 4 years old now. In 4 more years, I will be 8-inch. Maria was a fast learner. She wasn't a slow learner. Lesson 10. Clean hands. Elizabeth washes her hands every day. She likes to wash her hands. She washes her hands with soap and water. She uses soap and water to wash her hands. She uses warm water and soap. She washes her hands for 30 seconds. After 30 seconds she stops washing her hands. She turns off the water. She dries her hands on a clean towel. Every few hours she turns on the water and washes her hands. Elizabeth has very clean hands. She does not have many germs on her hands. Germs cannot live on her clean hands. Lesson 10. Clean hands. Elizabeth washes her hands every day. She likes to wash her hands. She washes her hands with soap and water. She uses soap and water to wash her hands. She uses warm water and soap. She washes her hands for 30 seconds. After 30 seconds she stops washing her hands. She turns off the water. She dries her hands on a clean towel. Every few hours she turns on the water and washes her hands. Elizabeth has very clean hands. She does not have many germs on her hands. Germs cannot live on her clean hands. Lesson 11. The farm. Daniel wanted to visit a farm. He asked his parents to take him to a farm. His teacher told him about the animals on a farm. There are lots of animals on a farm. Daniel wanted to see the animals. He wanted to see the cows. He wanted to see the chickens. He wanted to see the pigs. He wanted to pet the animals. He wanted to feed the animals. He loved animals. He wanted to live on a farm. He wanted to live with cows and chickens and pigs. They would be his friends. He didn't have any friends in school. Lesson 12. A funny story. Barbara likes funny stories. She likes to hear funny stories. She likes to tell funny stories. She told her mom a funny story. When she finished, she waited for her mom to laugh. "Mom, why aren't you laughing?" "That was a funny story," Barbara said. "Oh, I'm sorry," her mom said. Sometimes you think something is funny, but someone else thinks it isn't funny. So, Barbara's mom did not laugh at Barbara's story. Barbara told the same story to her younger sister. Her younger sister laughed at the story. Lesson 13. Horse rider. Can I ride my horse, Mommy? Sarah asked her mom. Sarah loved to ride her horse. She rode her horse almost every Saturday. Okay, honey, get ready to go, her mom said. Sarah was happy. She went into her bedroom. She put her pink socks on. She put her pink sneakers on. She grabbed her pink hat. She went to the front door. I'm going to wait in the car, she told her mom. Okay, I'll be there in a minute, her mom said. Sarah opened the car door. She sat down in the front seat. She put on her hat. She was excited. Lesson 14. A happy cat. Bruce picked up the cat. The cat meowed. The cat didn't like most people. The cat liked to be alone. It liked to sleep on the sofa. It liked to sleep in the fruit bowl. It liked to sleep on top of the TV. It liked to chase bugs in the front yard. It liked to chase lizards in the backyard. It liked to chase flies in the kitchen. Bruce put the cat on the floor. He rubbed the cat's stomach. The cat liked that. The cat licked his hand. Bruce rubbed the cat's stomach some more. The cat meowed. The cat was happy. Lesson 15. Little girl. Margaret was a small girl. She was a little girl. All her friends were taller than her. She was shorter than all her friends. She wanted to be tall. Her mom told her not to worry. One day Margaret would be tall. One day she would be taller than her friends. One day all her friends would be shorter than her. She was happy to hear that. She only had one question for her mom. When would she be taller than her friends? Would it be next year? She hoped it would be next year. She was tired of being the shortest girl. 16. Swimming pool. Sharon jumped into the water at the swimming pool. She held her nose. She went under the water. Then she came back up. She swam to the ladder in the pool. She climbed out of the pool. She stood at the edge of the pool. She held her nose. She jumped in again. Sharon liked to jump into the pool. The water felt good. It was a hot day. The water was cool. The water felt so good. Sharon's mother had brought her to the pool. Her mother was sitting in a chair. She was watching Sharon. She wanted Sharon to have fun. Lesson 17. Lulu's letter. Lulu's mom gave Lulu a pencil. It was a yellow pencil. It was a number 2 pencil. It had a pink eraser. The eraser was small and round and pink. Lulu's mom gave Lulu a piece of paper. It was a white piece of paper. There were blue lines on the white paper. Lulu wrote a letter to her grandma. Her letter said, "Dear Grandma, hello, I love you." Lulu told her mom she was done. Her mom looked at the letter. "This is a short letter," her mom said. Lulu said, "Yes, Mom, it is a short letter. It is short but sweet." Lesson 18. The flu. Larry has the flu. His nose is running. He coughs a lot. He sneezes a lot. When he coughs, he covers his mouth. When he sneezes, he covers his mouth. When his nose is running, he wipes his nose with a tissue. Larry's mother is taking care of him. She makes hot soup for him. She gives him fresh orange juice. She makes him comfortable in his bed. She turns on the TV so he can watch TV in his bed. She turns out the light so he can sleep in his bed. She gives him medicine so he will get better. Larry will get better soon. Lesson 19. A new car. Mark bought a new car last week. He is happy with his new car. He got a good deal on his new car. It was on sale. His new car is green. The 4 tires are black. His new car has 4 doors. It has 1 trunk. The spare tire is in the trunk. All new cars have a spare tire. His new car has 1 hood. The engine is under the hood. All new cars have an engine. His new car has 2 big seats. 1 seat is in the front. 1 seat is in the back. Mark sits in the front seat when he drives his new car. He always buckles his seatbelt. Lesson 20. Birthday card. Dora wanted to buy a card for her mother. Her mother's birthday was next week. Dora loved her mom. She wanted to get a nice birthday card. She wanted a card that was pretty. She wanted a card that said the right thing. What was the right thing? The card must say, "I love you, Mom." It must say, "Mom, you are the best mother in the world." It must say, "I'm so happy that you are my mom." Those are all the right things for the card to say. But there was one more thing the card must say. It must say, "Happy birthday." Lesson 21. Chocolate milk. James took the milk out of the refrigerator. He put the carton of milk on the counter. He took the cap off the carton of milk. He opened the kitchen cabinet. He took a glass out of the cabinet. He put the glass on the counter next to the milk. He poured some milk into the glass. He put the cap back on the carton of milk. He put the milk back into the refrigerator. He took the chocolate syrup out of the refrigerator. He poured some chocolate syrup into the glass of milk. He stirred the milk with a spoon. He licked the spoon. Lesson 22. A summer job. Maria is 18. She will go to college in September. She will be a college student in September. But right now it is summertime. It is June. Maria needs a job. She needs money for college. She needs money to buy books for college. She wants a job. Maria went to a restaurant. "Can I have a job?" she asked. The restaurant manager said, "I'm sorry. I don't need anyone right now." Maria went to a bookstore. "Will you give me a job?" she asked. The bookstore manager said, "I'm sorry. I don't need new workers right now." Lesson 23. His red bike. Paul has a red bicycle. He loves his red bicycle. He got the red bicycle for his 9th birthday. His parents gave him his bike when he was 9. He takes care of his bike. He puts air in both tires. He puts air in the front tire. He puts air in the rear tire. He puts oil on the bike chain. He wipes dirt off the bike with a damp rag. He puts water on the rag and wipes all the dirt away. He rides his bike everywhere. He rides it to school. He rides it to the library. He rides it to his friend's house. He really loves his bike. Lesson 24. Good teacher. Jeff sat down. He was in class. He was at school. He was in English class. He liked his English class. He liked his teacher. His teacher was friendly. His teacher helped all the students. His teacher answered everyone's questions. Jeff asked a new question every day. Yesterday he asked his teacher a spelling question. He asked his teacher how to spell myself. His teacher told him how to spell it. Jeff thanked his teacher. His teacher said, "You're welcome. Ask me anything anytime. That's what I'm here for, to help you." Lesson 25. Trust God. Don has cancer. He is 12 years old. But he is lucky. The doctor knows how to fix Don's cancer. The doctor told Don's mom to bring him to the hospital. Don's mom said no. She will let God fix Don's cancer. God will fix Don's cancer. She does not trust the doctor. She doesn't trust the hospital. She only trusts God. The doctor said Don will die. He said Don must come to the hospital. Don's mom ran away. She ran away with Don. The police are looking for Don and his mom. They want to save Don's life. Only the doctor can save Don's life. Lesson 26. The swimmer. Karen is on the swim team. She is on the swim team at school. She is a good swimmer. All the swimmers on the swim team are good swimmers. She swims every day. She goes to the pool after her last class. Her last class is her English class. After English class she walks over to the pool. She changes into her swimsuit. She dives into the water. She swims for 2 hours. Her coach watches her swim. He gives her advice. He tells her how to swim better. Her coach is her swim instructor. He is a good instructor. She will win a race one day. Lesson 27. A new name. Herman didn't like his first name. He had never liked it. He wanted to change it. He asked his mother. She said it was too late to change his name. She said he could use his middle name. She would call him by his middle name. She asked him if that was okay. Herman said yes. From now on, he said, please call me by my middle name. From now on, please call me Adam. His mother said that was no problem. Goodbye, Herman, she said, and hello, Adam. When Adam's father came home from work, Adam's mom said, guess what? We have a new son. Lesson 28. Chicken soup. William looked at his bowl of soup. It was chicken soup. There was white rice in the soup. William liked rice. There were pieces of chicken in the soup. William loved chicken. The pieces of chicken were white. They were small and square. They weren't big and round. There were pieces of orange carrots in the soup. William didn't like carrots. He picked up a piece of carrot with his fingers. He put it on the table next to his bowl. He took all the pieces of carrots out of the bowl. He put them all on the table. Then he ate his soup. Lesson 29. Dear God. Peggy went to church every Sunday. She loved to go to church. At church she was with her family and friends. At church she was with the saints. She was with the angels. And most of all, Peggy was with God. She always talked to God in church. She always asked God to stop war. She asked God to stop hate. She asked God to stop sickness. But war and hate and sickness did not stop. There were war and hate and sickness every day. Mommy, why doesn't God stop war and hate and sickness? Peggy asked. God will, her mom said, when more people ask. Lesson 30. Yellow corn. Brian sat down for dinner. He sat down in the chair. He sat down at the table. He looked at his white plate. He looked at his silver fork. He looked at his silver spoon. His dad said, pass me your plate, Brian. His dad put white rice on the plate. His dad put yellow corn on the plate. His dad put green peas on the plate. He gave the plate back to Brian. This looks delicious, Brian said. It is delicious, his dad said. Brian wondered why corn was yellow. He wondered why peas were green. He wondered if there were yellow peas and green corn. Lesson 31. Patty's doll. Patty got a doll for Christmas. It is her favorite doll. It is a rag doll. It has a yellow dress. It has a blue blouse. The name of the doll is Molly. Molly has bright red hair. She has red lips. She has blue eyes. She has a pink ribbon in her hair. Molly is wearing red shoes. She's wearing white socks. Molly has a purse. Her purse is pink. The purse is empty. There is nothing in the purse. There was a little mirror in the purse. But Patty lost the mirror. When she lost the mirror, she said, "I'm sorry, Molly. I will get you another mirror." Lesson 32. Bug lover. Anthony went to the bookstore. He wanted to buy a book. He wanted to buy a book about bugs. He liked bugs. He picked up bugs in his yard. He took them to school. He showed the bugs to his teacher. His teacher told him the name of each bug. Then Anthony took the bugs home. He showed them to his parents. His mom told him to take the bugs out of the house. His dad liked to see the bugs. He said Anthony did a good job. He gave Anthony money to buy a book. So Anthony took the money to the bookstore. He looked for a book with lots of pictures of bugs. Lesson 33. Girl fight. Sharon was 5 years old. Her best friend was Pam. They played games together. They played all kinds of games. They had fun together. But one day Pam pushed Sharon. "Why did you push me?" Sharon asked. "Because," Pam said. Sharon told Pam not to push her again. So, Pam pushed Sharon again. Sharon pushed Pam back. Then Pam pulled Sharon's hair. Then Sharon pulled Pam's hair. Both of them started crying. Sharon's mom came into the room. She told Pam to go home. Pam ran out of the house. "Sharon, you can't play with Pam anymore," Sharon's mother said. Lesson 34. A wild cat. The cat was not moving. It was lying in the grass. The cat was black and white. It was a pretty black and white cat. It was cold outside. The cat was lying on its stomach. It was dark outside. The porch light shined on the cat. The cat looked at Sissy. "Mom, can I have the cat?" she asked her mom. Her mom came outside on the porch. She looked at the cat. "That is a pretty cat," her mom said. "Can I have it?" Sissy asked. Her mom said no. Maybe the cat belonged to another family. Maybe the cat was wild. If it was wild, it might bite Sissy. Lesson 35. Collect coins. Tom was bored. He didn't have anything to do. He wasn't interested in doing anything. He didn't want to watch TV. Tom didn't want to listen to the radio. He didn't want to play sports. He didn't want to use the computer. He didn't want to read books. "I'm bored," Tom said. "What can I do?" "I want to do something interesting." Tom's father had an idea. "I have an idea," his father said. "Why don't you collect coins? Coins are fun to collect. And coins are everywhere. You see coins every day. Some coins are valuable. They will make you rich." Lesson 36. Apple for the teacher. Andrew was in the 3rd grade. He loved his teacher. His teacher was young. She was pretty. She was friendly. She helped Andrew add numbers. She helped Andrew draw dogs and cats. She helped Andrew learn to spell. Andrew gave his teacher an apple one day. He gave her an orange another day. He gave her a peach another day. His teacher thanked him. "Thank you for the apple," she said the first day. "Thank you for the orange," she said the second day. "Thank you for the peach," she said the third day. Each day Andrew said, "You're very welcome." Lesson 37. A good boy. Billy always listens to his mother. He always does what she says. If his mother says, "Brush your teeth," Billy brushes his teeth. If his mother says, "Go to bed," Billy goes to bed. Billy is a very good boy. A good boy listens to his mother. His mother doesn't have to ask him again. She asks him to do something one time, and she doesn't ask again. Billy is a good boy. He does what his mother asks the first time. She doesn't have to ask again. She tells Billy, "You are my best child." Of course Billy is her best child. Billy is her only child. Lesson 38. Who is it? Joseph never opens the front door. When someone knocks on the front door, Joseph says, "Who is it?" But he does not open the door. His parents told him to keep the door closed. His parents want him to be safe. He will be safe if he doesn't open the door. Yesterday someone knocked on the front door. "Who is it?" Joseph asked. "It's the mailman," the person said. "I cannot open the door," Joseph said. "Okay, I will come back tomorrow," the mailman said. "Goodbye," Joseph said. Joseph is a good boy. He listens to his parents. He doesn't open the door for any person. Lesson 39. The moon. He looked at the rising moon. It was rising above the houses. It was big and orange. It looked bigger than the rising sun. How could it be so big? How could it be so orange? Several hours later, he looked at the moon again. Now it was high in the sky. Now it was smaller. It wasn't orange anymore. Now it was white. What happened? It changed size. It changed color. Before, it was big and orange. It was like a big pumpkin. Now, it was smaller and white. It was like a light bulb. But it was still pretty. It was still bright. It was the brightest light in the sky. Lesson 40. Use soap. Kathy finished her sandwich. She had a chicken sandwich for lunch. She got up from her chair. She took her plate to the kitchen sink. She put the plate in the sink. She turned on the cold water faucet. She rinsed the plate. She picked up a paper towel. She wiped the plate dry. She put the plate on the counter. Her mother walked into the room. "Did you wash that plate with soap?" she asked Kathy. Kathy said no. "I couldn't find the soap," she said. Her mom said, "What's this right next to the cold water faucet?" Kathy said, "Soap." Her mom told her to wash the plate again. Lesson 41. What's behind the door? Dottie looked at the door. It was a closet door. The door had a silver handle. The silver handle was round. The round, silver handle was a doorknob. One day she tried to turn the doorknob. She tried to open the closet door. But the doorknob didn't turn. She couldn't open the closet door. The closet door wouldn't open. The door was locked. "Why is the door locked?" Dottie asked her mom. Her mom said it was locked for her safety. What's behind the door? She asked her mom. Her mom said a rifle was behind the locked door. Daddy kept a rifle in the closet. Lesson 42. Go to your room. Alice told her son Jesse to go to his room. He didn't want to go to his room. Why do I have to go to my room? He said. You were a bad boy, she said. You hit your sister. He said, no, I didn't. She hit me first. Alice said, but you shouldn't hit your sister, even if she hits you first. She is younger than you are. And she's a little girl. Boys should never hit little girls. Jesse said, okay, I won't ever hit little girls again. Now do I have to go to my room? Alice said yes, he still had to go to his room. When she's a big girl, I'm going to hit her again, he said. Lesson 43. The birthday cake. It was Jenny's 4th birthday. She was 4 years old. Her mom baked a cake for her. Her mom baked a chocolate cake for her. The cake had 2 layers. Her mom put vanilla frosting on the bottom layer. Her mom put vanilla frosting on the top layer. Her mom put vanilla frosting all around the cake. Now the chocolate cake was completely white. Her mom put 4 pink candles on top of the cake. Her dad lit the 4 pink candles. The 4 pink candles were lit. Jenny's mom and dad sat down next to Jenny. They sang happy birthday to her. Happy birthday to you, they sang. Jenny sang with her mom and dad. Happy birthday to me, she sang. Her mom said, now make a wish and blow out the candles. Jenny made a wish. Then she blew out all 4 pink candles. Lesson 44. 10th birthday. Dorothy will be 10 years old next month. She is excited. 10 years old is very old. She will not be a little kid anymore. A 9-year-old kid is just a little kid. A 10-year-old kid is almost an adult. 9 is only one number, but 10 is 2 numbers. 9 is a little kid number, but 10 is an adult number. When she is 10, she will be an adult almost. She will be a young woman. She will wear lipstick. She will wear nail polish. She will have a boyfriend. He will be handsome and polite. He will open doors for her. He will buy her birthday presents. Dorothy can't wait until next month. Lesson 45. Lost pencil. David lost his yellow pencil. He could not find it. Where is my yellow pencil? He asked his sister. His sister did not know. I don't know where your pencil is, she said. David thought about it. He thought and thought. He used his yellow pencil before lunch. He used it to write a note to his teacher. The note said, Dear teacher, thank you for helping me. David. He put the note in an envelope. Where was the envelope? He looked in the kitchen. He looked on the kitchen counter. He found the envelope. It was next to the toaster. He found the pencil. It was under the toaster.
Lesson 46.
Feed the pigeons. She liked to feed popcorn to the pigeons. The pigeons liked to eat her popcorn. She put popcorn in her hand. A pigeon ate the popcorn in her hand. She put popcorn on her shoulder. A pigeon ate the popcorn on her shoulder. She put popcorn in her hair. A pigeon ate the popcorn in her hair. She sat down on a bench. It was a wooden bench in the park. She put popcorn all over the bench. She put popcorn all over her clothes. She put popcorn on her head. She put popcorn on her lap. Many pigeons landed on the bench. Many pigeons landed on her. Nobody could see her. Nobody could see the bench.
Lesson 47.
A growing baby. A baby has arms and legs. It has a mouth and eyes. It looks at everything. It eats everything. It smiles a lot. It cries a lot. It eats a lot. It drools a lot. It pees a lot. It poops a lot. It sleeps a lot. It tries to talk. It makes funny sounds. It says goo goo and a gaga. It waves its arms and legs. It doesn't do much else. It doesn't sit up. It doesn't stand up. It doesn't talk. It lies on its back. It lies on its stomach. After a year, it will do many things. It will crawl. It will stand up. It will walk. It will talk. But in the beginning, it just grows. It grows bigger and bigger.
Lesson 48.
They fly so well. He looked at the bird. It was a blackbird. It was walking on the grass. It was looking for food. Birds have a funny walk. Why do they walk so funny? Because they don't have arms. Arms help people walk. People walk well. Birds don't have arms. They don't walk well. They look funny when they walk. Birds have wings. Wings help birds fly. They use their wings to fly. They fly very well. They are beautiful to watch when they fly. They belong in the sky. They don't belong on the ground. The blackbird found something to eat. It flew up into a tree. It ate the food in the tree. Then it flew away.
Lesson 49.
Circus clowns. She went to the circus with her parents. She was excited. She had never been to a circus. There were many clowns at the circus. She liked the clowns. They had funny faces. They had big, red noses. They wore funny hats. They wore big shoes. Their shoes were much bigger than her dad's shoes. They were twice as big as her dad's shoes. The clowns had loud horns. They honked their horns at each other. They didn't talk. They used their horns to talk. Honk, honk. She laughed at the clowns. They were so funny. They made her laugh. She told her dad, "Daddy, guess what? When I grow up, I'm going to be a clown."
Lesson 50.
The pistol. Don had a pistol. It was a small pistol. He offered it to his brother Tony. Tony looked at the pistol. It was a beautiful pistol. It was black. It had a silver trigger. Tony put his finger on the silver trigger. He put the pistol in his pocket. He took it out of his pocket. He walked outside. He saw a bird on a wire. He aimed the pistol at the bird. He pulled the trigger. He said, "If the gun was loaded, I would have killed the bird." Don said, "I'm glad it wasn't loaded. You shouldn't kill birds." Tony thanked Don for the pistol. "I like this pistol." "Thank you," Tony said. He took the pistol home with him.